Well, I'm so glad to see you again. And I'm going to tell you about what the Lord He's been showing me this for quite a while. And I just want to tell you what the Lord's been telling me. I'm going to talk about the 144,000. And the Lord has brought something to me, and a lot of people don't see it this way. And I'm just going to tell you, as you listen to me, pray about it. Pray what God tells you. But the Lord has showed me something here, and I'm taking what the Lord shows me, and that's the way I'm going. That's where I have to stand in faith of what He tells me, because a lot of this He's been telling me stuff, and I'm taking by faith. I'm saying these things, not really knowing, but I'm taking faith that the Lord is telling me this. So I'm going to tell you but first I want to tell you about the promise to the bride, because a lot of this has to do with the 144,000. Now, if we look in Revelations 2 and 3, we talk about the bride, not the bride, but the churches. I'm sorry. We're talking about the churches. He has got, if each church, he says, if you are an overcomer. Now, the overcomer is the one that's going to be the bride. These are his promises, and actually there are 12 promises. The first one is, I will give you to eat the tree of life. You shall not be hurt in the second death. I give you to eat the hidden manna. Will give him a white stone with a new name on it. Give power over the nations. Give him the morning star. Clothe him in white raiment. Not blot out his name out of the book of life. Confess his name before my Father and his angels. Make him a pillar in the temple. I will write upon him the name of my God, the new city of my God, the new Jerusalem, and write my new name on him, and also grant him to sit with me on my throne. These are the promises to those that are overcomers. These are the children of his children. These are God's children that are overcomers. Now, he has showed me in we're going to talk a little bit about chapter 7 and chapter 14. Chapter 7 is the one he talks about sealing his 144,000. The Lord has showed me that the 144,000 people are representing these as Jewish people from each of the tribes. The Lord is showing me that this is basically symbolic and spiritual. This is not taken literally as people are taking it. He says the 144,000, he's told me they are representing the New Jerusalem. And the New Jerusalem is for the bride. He told me that it represents the 12 stars that was put over the Revelations 12 with the Virgin, the 12 stars over her head, the 12 promises of the bride, 12 gates, 12 angels guarding the gates, 12 tribes of Israel, 12 foundations of the New Jerusalem, the 12 apostles, 12,000 furlongs in length, 12,000 furlongs in width, 12,000 furlongs in height, 12 fruits in 12 months. He tells me that 12, I'm going to read you because I can't always remember all the adding, multiplying, and all that. But 12 tribes each. He has told me that 12 times 12 is 1,000. That's where we get the 144,000. The number 12 always refers to what is perfect. And what is perfect? Everything I said here is perfect. And the saints, as far as right now, the saints are the ones that are perfect. This is all for the saints. And the number 1,000 is 10 times 10 times 10, which means a multitude. So 144,000 means a multitude. We're not taking it as 144,000. We're taking it, he's talking about a multitude of people. 10 is the number of fulfillment. 144,000 is a symbolic number that expresses the multitude marked by absolute perfection. So you got 12 tribes times 12 apostles times 1,000 equals perfection times a multitude. So we're talking about a multitude of people. We're not talking about 144,000. That's it. And it's not just Jews. And the Lord has showed me something that I'm going to show you. He says from every tribe of Israel, which that's what he's talking about in Revelations. That's an incalculable number, a multitude that more than you can number. It's a big number, and it's conceit of harmony, unity, and excellence. And the New Testament pretty much shows that he has broken down the walls between Gentiles and Jews. He is making them all, they are all together now. They're no longer separated. He says we are all believers in Jesus Christ. He says, and you can look these scriptures up. You can look in Romans 10:12, 1 Corinthians 12:13, Galatians 3:28, Ephesians 2:14 through 16, Colossians 3:11. In short, this means the term Israel in this verse, which is in Revelation 7:4, represents God's people. He says from every tribe of Israel is representing all God's people. We have got a new Israel, a new Jerusalem he is talking about. We are not talking about the old one. The old one is fixing to go. He has got a new one. He is planning a new one. Believers of people other than Israel, they're all grafted together in the olive tree. He says that in Romans 11:17. We are grafted in, so that means we are Israel. We are part of Israel. Jesus said in John 16, he says, I have sheep that are not in the sheep pen. He was talking to the Israelites. I must bring them also. They too will listen to my voice, so that there will be only one flock and one shepherd. So he has brought the Gentiles and Jews, he has brought them together in one flock. We are all together as one. So we are part of the 144,000. This is what the Lord is showing me. Now he's portraying, if you look at the tribes in Revelations, when he talks about in chapter 17 the 12 tribes, he's talking about the church that's in the new Israel, the church that's going to be in the new Jerusalem. He has changed the order of the churches, and this is the third order. The first order, when they were born, that was the order they were supposed to be, as far as how it was laid out in Israel, as far as the firstborn is the one that gets everything, and it goes down the line. Well, by the time the second order came, when Joshua, as far as when they went out to set up the new Israel, it was a different setup. And instead of Reuben being first, because he was the firstborn, Judah was first, because Judah, out of the tribe of Judah, Jesus came from. And also Levi was taken out because Levi was the priestly tribe, they were not to get any inheritance, for their inheritance was the temple. So they were taken out. And then the double portion went to Massa, Joseph's Joseph's son. So there was 2 half tribes, so they both got a different section. But by the time it come up in Revelations with the new order, Judah is still first, but we found out that he took out Dan and Ephraim. They were taken out because they wanted to stay worshiping idols. They still stayed where they shouldn't have been. They didn't want to come back. So the Lord has taken them out. Instead, what he has done, he has brought Levi back in and Joseph. So Levi and Joseph have come back into the New Jerusalem, the New Israel. Now, he says that this is a great multitude that no one can number. These people were groups that include the Jewish believers as part of the countless multitude. So we know that the 144 bodies is the whole body of the church, that's Jewish and Christians alike. All the Gentiles, all the Jews, they are together as one. And Mount Zion, when he talks about, he's always talking about Mount Zion and Jerusalem together. They represent the same, but Mount Zion is a symbolic and also spiritually is a place of God's dwelling. And it's a symbol of his safety and stability for his children. So when Jesus comes to Mount Zion, he's coming to help God's children, to help us for our safety and our stability to do what we need to do. So in Revelations 14, we look at the starting of the chapter. It says that Jesus is standing on Mount Zion with 144,000. The Lord is telling me that's his children. The 144,000 are his children. Now this is during the tribulation, which means I'm thinking that if we're standing with him on Mount Zion, that means we've already been taken. And we are coming back, and we're going to help those that are left in tribulation. This is not talking about the second coming. The second coming, he comes on a cloud, splits the mountain where he's coming back for Israel, and he defeats the armies. That's the second coming. This is not the second coming. It says here that he's standing already on Mount Zion with the 144,000. This is before he comes through the clouds. So, and if you look in Revelations 3:12, he says the bride is got the name of her God written on her forehead. Now I say her, the bride, but I'm talking about God's children. Those that are his children that are going to be in the marriage supper. They've got the name written on their foreheads. He says 144,000 have got their name written on their foreheads. That's one of the promises to God's children that are going to be in the marriage supper. Now you can look this up. I mean, I found some of this. The Lord had given me a lot of this, And I kept looking and searching, and I finally found everything that the Lord was telling me. I had found it. And I'm believing, this is what He's told me. He has told me that. And I'm believing that He's going to come for His children, those that are going to be faithful. And they're going to come back with Him, and we are going to help those that are left. We're coming back to those children that are not ready, and also try to get the ones that are the Jews to try to get them ready for Jesus to come. So this is where He's getting ready for the two witnesses. And I'm going to come back now, and on my next one, I'm going to show you what the Lord has showed me about the two witnesses. So please pray about this, because I know this is what the Lord has showed me. And I'm standing on this, and I'm believing this. And I'm going to tell you my next one. Look for my next one. I'm coming out with the two witnesses. So thank you for listening to me, and I'll see you next time. God bless you.